welcome to Season 5, Episode 12 of Les Oderants. I am Dan, and I'm joined by the whole gang. It's Fliss, James and Ben. Say hello, Fliss, James and Ben.
Hello!
Hello.
Hey, literal. We do like a literal one. A little sigh from Fliss to let you know that the fun has begun.
It really has.
Okay, right. What has been going on in your world of perfume? James, you can go first, because I think we missed you on the last one, did we? No, I can't remember who was missing from the last one. This is the problem with fire.
Fliss.
It was me. I was
right.
missing
Sorry,
from the last
James.
one.
You can't go first because Fliss was missing from the last one. Fliss,
I was missing from the last one.
go. Oh yeah, I know. I just spent a fucking hour talking to you about that for our Patreon. By the way, I should plug our Patreon right at the top of the show, shouldn't I? So.
Well, I was about to say, I wasn't at the last one, but what we did do is I then smelt all of James's perfumes that he'd sent on a Patreon episode with Dan. So if you are interested, and I don't blame you if you're not, but if you are interested in what I thought of James's perfumes in the last episode, then hop on over to Patreon. I haven't put it up yet because I haven't edited it. By the time this is out, it probably will be.
So don't
fingers
hop
crossed,
on
folks.
over. Yeah, don't fucking go anywhere. Just stay here and listen to this.
I'm hoping I'm going to get it up at the weekend. So
Yeah, I'm hoping to get it up at the weekend and all.
Aye.
Right, go on. So without giving away too...
Are you going to tell the wife about it? That's the big question.
She might not notice.
I think she'll find it difficult. She'll be in India. It's probably more information than was strictly
More or
required.
less difficult than she would normally.
I'm just gonna like chop this conversation here. We're going to moving swiftly along. So, Fliss, what can you tell us about James's perfumes that you didn't tell us on the Patreon? Or do you want to give us a sort of précis so that people are desperate? Chalishing, which is a nice Yiddish word. Yeah, we did.
Yes.
We did. It's not up yet. Fliss will get it up by the weekend, but people will be chalishing to know what was said there. That's a Yiddish word. You can have that for free. So yeah, tell us.
I'm not going to say anything at all.
Wow.
Because I want
That's our fucking character, isn't it?
Well, yes. I think I don't want to clog up this episode with all of the old stuff. So let's just say if you want to listen, go and listen. And because otherwise it'll all just get boring and repetitive. Not that we ever do that.
No.
So what have I been wearing? So in amongst the stuff that James sent for you all to smell, he also sent me some other little samples that I'll have a little chat about. He sent me 2 samples of Robert Piguet things, one of which was V. Which is, so this is the Visa. It used to be called Visa and then it was renamed and reformulated.
Tell us about it.
I know it's a relaunch, or it was a relaunch of Visa, but to me, I think when they relaunched it, they also tweaked the formula a bit as well, because the old Visa smelt very angel-y, and this doesn't smell so much like angel as I remember. What it does smell like is very peachy and musky, and it's a bit too sweet for me, and it also smells quite dated still. There is a real 90s Trésor feel to it, and I don't think I like it very much, to be honest. I think it's a good perfume, but it really does have quite a dated feel, and even though they have updated it from the Visa, they haven't updated it to anything modern, I don't think. And so I found it really
when
on
was
the
this
nose.
actually released?
Well, it looks to me as if it was released in 2007. And then V was a rebrand of it, which was released more recently.
So it's dated when it was released then?
I think so. I really do.
Right.
It's in Aurélien Guichard, so you'd think it would be good. I mean, it is good. It's well put together, but it's just so sweet. There's white peach, pear, yellow mandarin, bergamot, rose, orange blossom. But there's just this muskiness, that huge sillage of musky patchouli almost stuff that you get with Angel, but it just doesn't feel as... It's not as complete as that. And I felt it was... just lacking a bit for me, and I'm not a fan. I'm not a fan. That said, I have noticed on eBay there's a lot of bottles going, especially in the discounters. So I wonder if they're even discontinuing it, or something's going on because there's so many bottles on eBay for cheap.
Well, I was just about to ask James why in particular he picked that one out to send you, but he's just dropped out of the StreamYard because of technical trubs. So
I think these are carded samples he sent me, so I think he just grabbed some carded samples to shove them in so I could have a bit of fun, I think, really. He also sent me Gardenia, again by Robert Piguet, and I also think that's a bit meh. It feels really synthetic and musky and not very gardenia-ish. And for me, I like my gardenias to be more natural, and I like them to have a fleshy mouthfeel, sometimes almost slightly mushroomy, fleshy mouthfeel, and it just feels a bit too fluffy for me. And there's a lot of cashmere in it as well, which I'm not a big fan of, just that synthetic thing. So I really have a thing for Fracas, which is a Piguet, but these two not so much. And so it was interesting to smell them again, because I haven't smelt them for a very long time. They're the sort of thing that if I'm going into a shop and they happen to be there's other new things that I will test in preference to. So it was curious to smell them again and go, oh yes, that's why I don't have them in my collection. So that was okay.
The last perfume I ever tried to make was based around gardenia, and it done me in, and I gave up.
It done me in.
It's really hard, isn't it, to get good?
Yep. Yep, it really is. And that was when I realised that I'm shit at this, and I don't know if I have the patience to get better.
What was it that you couldn't get right?
The perfume making.
Yes, it was just the general. No, I was trying to. I was really struggling to make it distinctive, like a distinctive gardenia floral that smelled natural, and I kept not doing that, and it kept smelling too much like just a general floral thing, and I couldn't really focus it down, and it just fucked me off for months until I went, no, not doing this no more.
But there is a thing, I think, for me, whereby a lot, because I love a big white floral, and for me there's a whole sort of Venn diagram intersection between tuberose and gardenia, that when something on a bottle says tuberose or something on a bottle says gardenia, sometimes you can barely tell them apart as notes. And I'm not saying that you can't tell them apart if you smell them naturally, but I think in perfumery there seems to be this massive overlap, these sort of big night blooming florals, but that people go, oh, that'll do.
Yeah.
That'll do. That smells a bit like that. That's cool. But those two are very meh. And I also tried Sabarite by Clune Keen Atelier.
Sabarite.
Which is completely not what I would normally wear at all. It's incredibly stark and sheer woody musk. It's a very soft citrus top and then quite a heavy cedariness. It's incredibly sheer. It dries down very quickly on me.
Is this another one that James sent you?
Yeah, it was another carded sample. It kind of reminds me a bit of some of those molecule scents. There's molecules 1, 2, 3, 4 and all of that kind of thing. Yeah. It has a really similar...
eccentric molecules. Yeah.
It has a really similar feel to it. And I liked it, but it's not for me. For me, I felt it was a little bit too stark. It has also that feeling of... what's that one from that shop that they only do one bottle and you have to go all the way into...
yeah,
the white one.
Yes.
Yes, I know.
Sort of industrialist kind of feel.
Yes, I know the one you mean. But for the life of me, I can't remember the name. Right.
Avestan, yeah.
You just yelled it from over there. Avestan.
Yeah, you better go and have a look at his bottle.
Avestan, yeah.
It definitely has that feel to it. It has much more citrus on the top, so it has a slightly more interesting start. It's not as peppery, but the general texture and feel of it is very Avestan-y and kind of slightly very, very clean, industrial, white shirt, modern, young person in advertising who works in Shoreditch. That is what I would
fucking
say.
love Avastan.
I know you do.
It's basically just cloves, though, isn't it? It's like 90% clove.
It's very peppery. This isn't anywhere near as peppery as that, but it has the same texture, sort of that clovey pepperiness, that particularly bit. Yeah, this has a very similar feel. It's much more citrusy, but I like it. It's just not my style. It's interesting, I haven't tried that many Clune Keen things, and all of them I think are very good, but none of them I've gone, I need that. So maybe it's just a house style that's not for me. Yeah.
Cool. All right.
Yeah.
Any others?
The only other thing is I gave away my decant of Le Maroc Pour Elle by Tower, which is interesting after that massive Tower conversation that you guys had and then me and Dan had about that new Tower. Shadid, yeah. And the Maroc Pour Elle it's like a huge 1990s head shop. You know, those kind of very incensey feel that those sort of like tarot card shops used to have. And it feels that that tower art is in there. It's very orange blossom heavy. It's incredibly dense and woody. I liked it more than I remembered liking it. It smells as if it's like Daphne by Comme des Garçons and Dana Taboo had a baby, and as I've got both of those in my collection, I didn't need it, so I gave that away.
Ooh, Dana Taboo. Yeah. I've got a bottle of that. I might dig that out, you know.
Yeah.
I fancy feeling like a sort of 80s power dressing woman.
Yeah. But that was me, really.
Sexy lady.
Yeah, that was me.
Cool. James, so I know you had some technical trouble there, but one of the perfumes which Fliss was not wildly complimentary about was the Robert Piguet V that you sent her.
Yeah, I mean, to be honest, I didn't send them because I thought you'd like them. To be honest, I don't even think I've ever tried them myself. I just thought that
You're just getting rid of your shit, were you?
Some Robert Piguets and you liked them, or you potentially might like them. So I sent them to you. So.
We had that conversation because your Jenny wears Visa, doesn't she?
I gave careful consideration. And I thought, she might like those, but they're not like the good ones. So they were just. Sorry,
I sent you some shit ones. They're not good. They're shit, but you might like them. So yeah. Ben, tell us what you've been wearing.
Funny, kind of an extension of last week, really. But today I was wearing, and it's still fucking brilliant. Strange Love, Fire Within. I wore it to my piano lesson, and I had a lovely time.
How did your piano teacher feel about this?
I don't know. He never mentions it, so I think
does he just
puts up with it.
Does he just surreptitiously open a window?
Yeah. Well, it's funny because he has a patio actually that is always open, even on cold days. Yeah. So
is that just because you're there, Ben?
Yeah.
I don't know. It could well be. It could be just for me. No, it's great, man. It's really good. Do you know what I find fascinating about that perfume is that we won't go into too much because we spoke about it before, but it's just like dark, like smoky vanilla, which is interesting in itself because it isn't like overly gourmand, but it's clearly a vanilla. But then it just has this like weird, like woody, medicinal, almost like acidic kind of strange saliva thing to it, and it's just great, man. It's really interesting. I love it. So I wore that today.
Interesting is definitely the word. I mean, it definitely was not my favourite of the Strange Loves.
No, it wasn't mine either. I think let's not say what I called it.
I think from a distance, it's actually like quite safe. Like if you just sort of smell it on like in the air, then actually it just smells like a smoky vanilla.
Yeah, about 5 miles.
It's when you get up. Yeah, exactly. It's when you get within sort of like shooting range that you start sort of smelling it, the real sort of foulsomeness of it. But it's great. I love it. So I was wearing that, but more interestingly, I think is the what was the the Immortelle one that we were sniffing last week. I forget.
Solaire.
Immortelle Solaire. So I wore that a lot this week because I've debated like buying it or not, because I really liked it when we were sniffing it, and I was like, this is really good, but obviously, you know, I need to like wear it a couple of times and see if I get if that lasts or if I get over it quickly. And I think I got over it quite quickly.
Oh, really? That's interesting.
Yeah. It was really nice the first sort of like half a day that I wore it, but as the day wore on, I started feeling like, okay, I've smelt you now. Like I've basically explored as much as I can of this perfume,
right.
And it didn't really change, and it was good, and I definitely liked it, but I felt like it was lacking something after a couple of days of wearing it on a row. And I mean, that never really helps. I suppose if you're wearing it a couple of days in a row, you can get tired of things, can't you? And it is quite a simple perfume. So I felt like I got quite tired of it, and I don't think I'm going to buy it now. I mean, I'm still sort of flip-flopping on it, but I don't think I will. I think because it's lovely and it's really nice, but it just feels, so after like 36, 48 hours of it, you sort of start feeling like, okay,
well,
I don't think I'm ever going to find anything else in this, which I don't know. That's maybe a bit of a harsh way to test a perfume. I don't know. Like, I mean, it's asking a lot, isn't it? But
no, I think if you've got a lot of perfumes, you want something that's going to be absolutely on the nail or not at all. When I was talking to Brooke a while ago, we were talking about the size of our collections, and she truth bombed me with the words, just because you like it doesn't mean you need it, which was like a stab to my heart.
Well,
but she's kind of right.
Well, you know? Yeah, she's right, and she's fucking wrong. I mean, you need to
I live my life by the complete opposite philosophy.
Yeah.
If I like it, I'm going to buy it.
Exactly. and you need to reframe the entire conversation. None of this is about fucking need. I mean, let's be absolutely clear. Perfumery is a luxury, all right, and nobody needs it. You know, it's nice to have it. So,
but if you can afford it, why not make your life that little bit extra more exciting? Like, I don't need 5 guitars, but I've got 11.
Exactly. But
that's like saying you don't need books or you don't need music. And I think if your senses or your emotions or your artistic soul is driven in some way by a sense, whether that sense is your hearing or your eyes, and in our cases it's often our noses, then that is an itch that has to be scratched just for the good of our soul.
Okay, I'm not going to get into a metaphysical argument with you. I'll give you that point, but what I will say is, if you've already got a collection of a couple of 100 bottles of perfume, you don't fucking need more perfume. There is no universe where you quote unquote need more. You know, you can want more, and if you would like more and you can afford it, then buy it. But don't fucking set the bar at need, because if you set the bar at need, basically you're having no more perfume, love. That's it.
Right, Dad.
More perfume.
More perfume.
That's hard. So
I'm actually having this conversation. I don't know how much this needs to go in the podcast, actually, but I'm having this conversation with my mum and dad at the moment, because my mum's brother, so my uncle, just died recently, and they obviously inherited his house and they're selling it. And so my parents have been not well off, really. Like, you know, like, we grew up quite poor, and they've never had like a new car or anything other than like a 10-year-old or 20-year-old fucking Escort or something, you know. And so now my mum is like mentioning that she mentioned that she wanted an Audi TT, and I was like, well, fucking buy one then. And she's like, but I can't, like, because, you know, I don't need it, and like, you know, and I'm like, fuck it, man, you've got like just, and like I'm trying to drill it into her head at the moment that you don't. It's not a matter of need. Like, if it makes your life slightly more interesting, or you'll enjoy driving it, it's not a waste of money. Like, you get it. Like, why the fuck not? And it's quite interesting hearing their perspective on it. I think after having their whole life of not really having sort of disposable money,
she is now
like
allowed
that,
to have
like,
nice things.
Yeah, just because, for no other reason other than fuck it, I'll enjoy having that. So why not? Like it's quite interesting. Right? I'd say I don't know how much that needs to go in the podcast, but just a funny.
But I mean, even a nice second-hand one, you could get a really.
She doesn't want a new one. I found one for $4,500, right? Because I've really been pushing it on her.
Really
I found
cheap.
one just up the road, really nice condition, and done like $4,500, and I was like, look, Mum, go and have a look at this evening, and she was just like, it's $4,500, and I'm like, oh my God, you're selling this house for like $250,000. Just go and buy the $4,500 Audi TT.
Yeah.
I mean, definitely buy an Audi TT. That would be a lot of fun, I reckon.
See, here's the thing, right? I've got an inkling that she's going to give me and my sister some of the money, right? So my plan is, if she gives me the money, I'm going to go and buy an Audi TT.
Give it to her
and say, fuck it, I've done that. Like, that's what I want to spend my money on.
Such a good son. Such a good son.
Or a cunt, because I'm not going to pay the insurance.
Yeah. I've bought you this, love. Fucking insure it yourself. Yeah, very good. I feel like I lost where we went with perfume there.
Yes. What else have I been wearing?
Do you
know what? Not a lot else, because I really dwelled on that freaking
Solaire
Immortelle Solaire for about 2 or 3 days in a row, and it is really nice, but I'm not sure I'm going to purchase it.
Do you know what I did as well, though? I did that thing that you said, Dan, where you dipped the tester strip into the material and then left it out, and for 2 days my room has just smelt gorgeous of the material on just a tiniest drop on the tester strip.
Lovely, isn't it?
And the material is lovely. I don't know if I'd wear it, Ben, but the chewiness and it's so fragrant and delicious. Yeah.
It'd be amazing as like a Christmas
candle.
Christmas candle, or like diffuser or whatever. It'd be incredible.
I mentioned it to Rich, and he said that it just smells of fucking curry at the end. And he may have a point. But
I did revisit Shadid as well, actually. Funny
God!
Enough. And I actually quite liked it.
Yes, of course you did. I mean, it's got a bit of Ben written all over it. That, I reckon.
Yeah. There you go. So flip-floppy week maybe for me.
Flippity flop. Good. All right. James, are you with us presently? I know you've been having some technical trubs.
I'm wearing Atkinson's. What the fuck is it even called? Mint and something.
Mint and something.
Mint and tonic.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's all.
Is it good?
It's all right.
I tell you what. This is fucking quality podcasting. This.
There used to be a guy on Facebook who used to get Atkinson's for dead cheap, didn't he?
Yes.
I can't remember who it was.
Yeah. Do you remember?
He used to sell them dirt cheap, and the pirate one was always a popular choice for people. And I was always curious about that mint and tonic, just because I liked the name. I thought, God, I bet that smells like a bit of a banger. But I don't know, was it a banger or? You don't sound thrilled by it, to be honest, James.
No, I mean, it's a little bit. It's got some merit, so I quite like that it's not overtly minty. In the kind of, like, I love that Frederick Malle one that's based on fucking mouthwash or whatever, the geranium pour monsieur, I think it is. But I don't always like overt, like, minty notes, and this is kind of rounded and sort of almost like creamy in a way, and it just sort of permeates the fragrance. It's not like a sharp top note and then it's gone. It's just sort of always kind of there. It's mainly sharp, like grapefruit, citrusy kind of opening, and then a very mellow, woody, like cedar. There's quite a big, like, vetiver note just comes out of nowhere, and then it's kind of gone. And then it's a sort of, diffusive, kind of light, woody scent. So nothing really too exciting. But I bought those little, because I had to get something when I went. It was when I was on my honeymoon, actually. I bought an Atkinson's little Cofferette mini set. which I sent Ben one the other day because I thought
they're really nice. The little bottles are really
they're
heavy.
Cool, aren't they? They're just basically a mini of the big bottle. Yeah. So I've been wearing that. Yeah, that was okay. I wore Trimerous. Did I talk about this the other week?
Yeah.
Is that the Joram one?
It's a Joram Studio.
Joram Studio, yeah. I think it was because Ben had mentioned, and he's obviously sent, spoiler for part 2, The Grudge, and all that new line from Beaufort are all by Ewan McCall. And I love his work. I actually sent you one, Ben, I think.
Oh, really?
Yeah, is it called Phantosmia or something like that?
Yes. Yeah. Shit. Yeah, I haven't tried it yet.
Okay.
But I will have to.
I thought I'd send that because it's that guy, and he's got some interesting work. Trimerous is a kind of iris leather, I suppose. It's has that got a licorice note? I think it does. Yeah, kind of licorice leather iris. It's very nice. His leather accord that he did in Them by Neanderthal, it's kind of similar to that, which I found is probably one of the most accurate to veg tan leather that I've ever smelled. I mean, I was completely blown away by that fragrance, and so I got the Trimerous, and I think it's good to support that guy because he's a good perfumer and he's doing good things, So
nice. All right. Any other exciting perfumes of the week?
I'll patch in, right? No, nothing exciting.
No.
What about you, Dan? What have you been smelling this week?
Thanks for asking, Ben.
No, James. That was James.
Thanks
was that meant to be me? Fucking hell. I've turned my camera off now, so I might be able to hear you. So,
thanks for asking.
You went like a robot again, Dan. I'm sorry if I just go fucking. It's so frustrating because I can hear you perfectly now, and then we'll be in the conversation, and then you'll go like that, and I'm like, fuck.
How do you know I'm not doing that deliberately?
Maybe. Anyway, it's fucking with my head. So basically, what else did I wear? I wore Cuir de Russie. Oh yeah, you boring cunt. You're wearing all the same things. That's one of your favourite perfumes. Yeah, fuck you. Not you guys. I mean, just anyone who thinks that
the voice in my head.
That's a fantastic perfume. Yeah, exactly. I hadn't worn it for ages. It's funny that you say that, actually, because Jenny has this thing where she says to me, "Oh, that's Jenny in your head, that is." So sometimes I'll have a full argument with myself, but a kind of an AI fucking Jenny that I've got in my head going, "Oh, you were a dick about this," and she's like, "No, that's just you've done that without her, participating." So anyway, so that's Jenny in my head. What else did I wear? I had them all fucking upstairs, man. No, that's it. Sorry.
Okay. I mean, it sounds like a reasonable list of activities, perfumes to be wearing. I should regale you all with some exciting tales of what I've been wearing.
Yes, please.
Yes, please. Settle down. It's story time. I have been wearing tobacco oud. I got a bottle of Tom Ford Tobacco Oud finally, and it's delish. It's really great. I don't know why it never appealed to me in the first place, but situation rectified. All good now. This is, and I think James, despite having just dropped out, this I think will be of some interest to James potentially, which is a new-ish, I think, Acqua di Parma one called Luce di Rosa. I think it's Luce, Luce. Italian, so it's probably Luce rather
Yeah.
than Lucy or Lucky. I don't know. Luce di Rosa, and it is basically a really bright green rose, and it is a little bit like Moschino Toy Boy.
Oh wow!
Yeah, but like a much more. So you know how Toy Boy smells great, but it definitely has that sort of overworked synthetic sort of feel to it.
It feels a bit. It feels like it feels like it's very, very good for a cheap designer.
Yeah, and I think James has said before that it smells like there's a little bit of rose, and that's been stretched and worked really well into a perfume, and it has, but it's a bit like it's a bit like a racing car that's kind of in the red line all the time. It's like it's really working hard, whereas what this seems to do is gives the same sort of feel, but in a more relaxed kind of way, if that makes any sense. It doesn't feel as overworked. And I use the word hesitantly, but it smells a bit more natural, rosy. It is delicious, really fantastic, and a little bit unusual for Acqua di Parma, really, in the sense that mostly they're just kind of quite fresh cologne type perfumes. They've got the odd like oud one or whatever, but I don't recall them doing anything like that. I know there is another rose one somewhere, but it's nothing. It's not a patch on that. So I've been wearing that, which is nice. I also got a bottle of Gucci Envy for about the fourth time. But look at that handsome beast. It's such a cool fucking bastard bottle. Well, it's actually a cool cap. It's mostly the cap. But loving that. And the only other one I wanted to mention, really, that stood out, and I genuinely think this is a contender for my favourite perfume of the year, and it is one that I will be sending samples of for next week, if I can bring myself to spare any, which is Sonia Safe Rendezvous, which is the Antoine Lee one, and it is just fucking magnificent. And if you don't like this, we can't be friends. I mean, I think it's as simple as that. This is just an epic iris perfume, and it is. I genuinely, I think it is. If not the best thing I've smelt this year, it's certainly right up there.
What's the brand of that?
It's a singular brand, Sonia Safe, SEIFF, and she is an author, and she has a book, I believe, called Rendezvous, and this is like a companion fragrance to the book. I've not read the book, but the fragrance is fucking epic. And I tell you what, if you're going to release one fragrance as an indie, getting fucking Antoine Lie to do it is a bit of a stroke. It is basically, so it's got listed an iris and I think a gunpowder note or something.
Yeah, I'm just looking at it. Yeah, gunpowder.
Yeah,
rhubarb. Peony is a surprise.
Rhubarb,
because peony you tend to associate with little girl perfumes.
Yeah, exactly. No, you're dead right. But it's not that at all. All of it feels like a sort of. And we'll inevitably end up talking about this next week, when we do my samples that I send out. But to me, it feels like, in an orchestra. I don't know exactly how orchestras work, but I assume you have like one fucking standout, like, I don't know, the lead violin or whatever.
Yeah, you had the first chair.
First chair, yeah. So this is like Iris's first chair, and everything else is there just in service of the iris, and it is fucking phenomenal. It really is phenomenal, and it's so strong and enduring and stuff as well. I just. Cannot beat it. I'm going to have to buy like half a dozen bottles of this one, I think, just because it is easily a scent that I could say, yeah, I'd wear that. I'd wear that every day if I had to, for sure.
I just find it really interesting because peony, I really like peony, but the way it's presented so often is slightly juvenile and frustrating.
Yeah.
But like I say, it is frustrating because it is a really nice. I've only ever smelt one other peony fragrance that I really liked. That was Dragonfly by Zoologist, which I think they discontinued a long time ago,
Right.
and that was a really nice like peony fragrance that didn't smell juvenile at all. But outside of that, I've never smelt one that that hasn't pissed me off, but that I want to like, if you know what I mean. So it sounds great. It sounds amazing, actually. Yeah.
Okay. Well, James has just messaged to say that he won't be returning because his tech is fucked. That's not like the end of the universe. We will soldier on bravely without him, and we will try and fix his tech for next time. So the rendezvous, Sonia Safe. Has there been anything else? I've been sort of craving the whole licorice thing more. I don't know why. It's it just is. It's just a thing. So I think I mentioned last week that I'd got the Creed Oud Zarian, and so this is a really stupid insight into me. But recently, I've got quite into cashmere, like cashmere jumpers. I've bought a few cashmere jumpers. I've never really owned cashmere before.
Darling, you're talking to the ladies. Yeah.
This does not surprise me. I'm sure you know all about the cashmere.
I know all about
You're the cashmere queen. Well,
I am the cashmere queen.
Well, I've got into cashmere, and I've never bought it because it's always struck me as too high maintenance, and I'm the kind of guy who will fucking tumble dry absolutely everything. You know, doesn't matter what it is. Fucking wash it on 40, stick it in the tumble dryer. If it doesn't come out right, fuck it. Which
you're not going to be doing that with your cashmere.
No, exactly. Exactly. So I knew this. So I attempted to wash my cashmere, and it turned out fine. It turned out absolutely fine. I washed it on 30 on a low spin, and then I sort of dried it, air dried it, lying down. It was all perfect, all lovely. The only thing is, it still smells of Oud Zarian because that does not want to wash out. Yeah, so I managed to wash the cashmere jumper, and it still smells of fucking Oud Zarian, which actually is no bad thing. I really like that, and it's quite weird for me to get so animated about a Creed. Well, that's a silly thing to say. I've got a huge collection of Creeds, but they're all kind of old, vintagey ones. This is the first modern thing that I've been genuinely really taken with. I liked Viking, but Viking's maybe 8-10 years old now. So yeah.
And let's be real, Viking when it came out smelled a bit like the V you were saying earlier. It wasn't like a strikingly modern perfume, was it? It was a bit of a callback to older things anyway.
Yeah, so. It's got that sort of Viking's got, it's got like a sort of modern peppery kind of edge to it, but it always sort of smelled a bit like old school kind of gents locker room type perfume. It's the kind of generic smell of, and actually still the case. Like I go into the gym now, if I go into the changing room, I can smell like half a dozen perfumes because everyone's spraying different things, and it all just sort of munges together, and you just get this generic, I'll call it aftershave smell in the gents changing rooms, and that is sort of what Viking smells like. It smells like a
I wonder if that was the brief. I wonder if that's what he said. He said, you know that munge you get when you walk into a locker room? Yeah. Give me that.
Just give me that shit, mate. That'll be fucking sweet. But I actually haven't worn Viking for years, so that's another one I need to probably dig out. But I think the Oud Zarian is fantastic, and
Is it a return to form?
Well, I mean, I think it's questionable whether form has been present in any form for some time. So I'm not going to call it a return to form. I'll just say it's a good perfume. But someone did say that they'd seen Aaron Terence Hughes' review of it, and Aaron Terence Hughes has apparently confirmed there's real oud in it. And it's like, really? You're going to listen to that fucking twerp? I mean, who cares what he thinks? Well, obviously me, because I brought it up, but the lady doth protest too much, eh? But yeah, it is a fucking... and it's so strong, and it's so licoricey, and it's so good, and just, I don't know. It's really got under my skin, because when I first tried it, I was just like, yeah, that's Outlands Light. What's the point to that? But yeah, love it. So yes, I will get some samples out of some things. I'm not quite sure what to send people. I think definitely I have to send the Rendezvous out, because I can't let you not smell that. Although I've only got a 50ml bottle, and the thought of giving you half an ml even to fucking try is utterly beyond me.
Painful. Maybe don't.
Maybe don't. Right, so I tell you what, Ben, let's talk about your perfumes, because you sent out some perfumes.
I did. I sent out 4 perfumes.
You sent out 4 perfumes. Well, I have some notes.
Oh, did you? Have you smelt them?
Yeah, well, I thought I best had, because Fliss and James were like, I'm going to try them before the show so that I know what to do. Sorry, I can't hold this hand too close to my face now, because...
What are you wearing? Should you do that one first?
Yeah, we may as well. I think you could probably guess what that is.
The Grudge.
Is it The Grudge by Beaufort?
It's the fucking Grudge by Beaufort.
What a stench, right?
Wow, that is an angry fucking perfume.
Isn't it, though? Yeah. It's got that weird petrichor sort of savageness. But
do you know what this smells like? This smells like... This smells like what a zombie corpse would smell like. You know, not like decaying human flesh. It's well past the point of decay. It's like it's dried out, and now it just smells like something lifeless that is moving automatically. It's horrific, Ben.
There's a lot of ungrowth, dead hedgerow kind of thing.
He's gone to find it. Oh my God.
Oh God,
Ben,
you bought a whole bottle of this.
What on earth were you thinking?
I did, yeah. I think it's amazing.
Amazingly awful.
I'm going to open a window.
So it has...
Throw myself out of it.
I mean, I did kind of go into this one knowing full well that no one was going to enjoy this, right? I was like... in fact, I was going to suggest we get it out of the way first, because it was the inevitable, but I think it's just brilliant. I understand it is a rank perfume, like in terms of like a scent, it's tough to wear. Yeah. I think it's one of the toughest Beauforts that I smell to wear.
It's not as bad as Sombra.
No, it's definitely not as bad as Sombra.
I've coughed a lot, but I haven't gagged.
Do you know what I like about it? So because there's a lot that I agree is hard, right? It's a tough perfume, but what I like about it is that petrichor kind of dirty puddle. Do you remember I sort of described it as like a kind of dirty puddle in a public toilet?
Yeah.
And it has a sort of chlorine-y kind of vibe to it as well, doesn't it?
Yes, it's like someone's given that dirty, pissy floor a perfunctory clean with some sort of watered down bleach. And it smells like it. Let me extend your puddle on the toilet floor. It's a puddle on the toilet floor in one of those public bathrooms on a seafront on a rainy day. It is gag worthy.
So I'm not sure I explained, but the official kind of brief for it, or kind of like blurb for it, is that it's like a supposedly like a kind of I suppose love letter of some sort to ambergris, and the whole thing is like the kind of alchemy of the way that the ambergris is produced and stuff.
I don't buy it at all.
And that's supposedly what it's all about.
I assumed it was something to do with the horror movie The Grudge, because it is fucking horrific.
It's not far off, is it? It's I do think it gets easier over time. I don't expect anyone to give it that time.
Well, most perfumes do, I guess, get easier over time. Very few get worse.
It turns into quite a sort of like incensey sort of perfume after a bit of time. But it is tough. It's tough. I mean, I bought it and I've worn it twice since I bought it. And it's not the easiest, but I think it's just so interesting, and that I love that petrichor sort of thing. It's just so.
I get all the petrichor. I don't really get very much ambergris at all, and there's so many lovely sort of more ambergris fragrances.
Yeah.
What's the Les Indomptables one? The ambergris Les Indomptables.
Oh no.
Is it amber
something?
Yeah. In comparison to that, this is, yeah.
Yeah, no, that's just kind of like a nice sort of slightly salty sort of thing. This is.
But the actual like ambergris, if you like the material is rank. Like it's so strong and so pungent and
Amber
mings.
Supreme is the one I'm thinking of. That's a lovely ambergris.
Yeah. I just thought it was an interesting perfume, and I admit when I smelled it in the shop, I was like, "Fuck me, this is horrifying." But that was to me, it was like
horrifying. I need it.
Yeah,
I've got a
piece
of ambergris. I've got a piece of ambergris, and it.
Oh yeah, but I mean, when you tincture it down to like a 0.5% or whatever, you really stink the smell of it. And it's not a pleasant one, but I don't know. I just thought it was a horrifying perfume that
you had to have.
Yeah, because it's just so different. Like I've never smelled anything like it, which you can understand why you wouldn't, but it's.
Yeah, I mean,
I do think wearing it's okay.
What did Jess make of it?
She don't mind it. She quite likes it. I don't know if I'd go as far as say she likes it, but she doesn't mind it. She prefers it. She said that she preferred it to the Fire Within.
Yeah, fair enough. Okay, so I've had this on my hand for about half an hour.
You brave man.
Well,
that's better than I was expecting, to be fair.
Well, I haven't been able to leave. If I'd been able to leave, I probably would have gone and washed this fucking thing off, if I'm honest, Ben. But it is much more manageable now than the opening. The opening smells like reanimated corpse. It's not good. This smells more like salted concrete. So I can sort of live with it, but I would. It tempers
down quite a lot.
Never wear this. I would never dream of wearing this perfume. I mean, you would have to pay me. I would consider it a wasted day if I'd worn this. And that's no criticism of the perfumer or anything, because clearly this is not intended to be mainstream perfumery, right? This is no one makes a perfume called The Grudge and makes it smell like that, thinking that this is going to be fucking, Johnny Depp marketing, to the masses. This is niche, very niche. It's a market of one or two people, most.
That's just you, Ben.
Yes, basically, it's basically a custom job for Ben. Yeah. Okay. So
that was a hit. That was not a hit with either of you, I take it. Fliss looks like she might want to kill herself.
Yeah. I mean,
the petrichor for me is so overwhelming, and I don't mind a petrichor in a fragrance. I like. We were talking about this on the Patreon. There's something about having a little twist in the bottom of a perfume. Some of my favourite florals are the ones that smell ever so slightly of pond water or sludge at the bottom, or ever so slightly of the overripe vase water. Something like Figment Woman has definitely got that in it, but it's just a hint. It's just enough to make it interesting. It's not like all you can smell is
the point. This is the whole thing, isn't it?
Yeah. I mean, I can appreciate that this is a. No, I was going to say I can appreciate that this is a technically well executed perfume against a brief or whatever, but I don't really give a shit. It smells fucking horrible. So so there you go. Why don't we talk about something that was nicer?
Okay.
So should we talk about your creatus?
The parfumoir.
The parfumoir. Creatus Linda R.
Yeah, Arion.
Arion.
Yeah, I thought you might like this, but I don't know.
I did. But do you know what my first thought was?
Go on.
My first thought was, this is a clone of something.
Yeah.
But I can't tell what. But it smelled too familiar. And so straight off the bat I thought, fuck, this reminds me of something, but I was hoping I'd remember what it was before this show, but I have not. It might come to me, but it.
Do you know what it reminds me of? Will?
You said Enigma.
Enigma Parfum pour Homme.
I don't get that at all. So,
oh, really? I mean, it's definitely like a Enigma with a huge twist, because that opening is very different.
Yeah.
It's got that weird licorice kind of thing, and
yeah. I can't fucking nail it down at all. It made me think stylistically of like Parfum de Marly, like quite sort of mass appealing, quite mainstreamy. And then there seems to be there was a sort of peppery incense to it as well, I thought, which kind of comes out as it dries down. And it was, when you get to the dry down, it had that slightly papery incense kind of vibe to it that smelt so familiar, and I still cannot place it. It's nice though. It's nice, but it smells too much like something else for me to think.
It's not groundbreaking at all, is it? But I just thought it was pleasant.
It is a very pleasant smell.
Yeah, it doesn't last as long as I hoped. It sort of peters out quite quickly. But yeah, Fliss.
Dull. I mean, it's fine. But I'm not like. I'm surprised that you like it.
So I'm not, because, and this is Ben's taste, I think, in a nutshell, right? Because Ben's taste tends to, it goes all the way to the wild fucking extremes of like The Grudge and the fucking that Oud whatever it is, and Oud Infinity and the Eau Noir, and all these kind of by mainstream standards, quite sort of severe perfumes. It goes all the way over there, and then it's sort of like, what are you wearing today? Oh, I'm wearing CK Eternity. And it's like, what? Really? Ben's tastes are an anathema. Just makes no sense.
It's very clean, and there's the citrus on that is very sort of like. There's a slightly creamy, slightly mentholated feel to the citrus. It feels a bit shaving foamy almost. There's a fizzy, lemony creaminess. But it's just a bit, it's just there. It's fine.
It's got a kind of rough kind of indie edge to it, doesn't it?
It does have a bit of a rough indie edge.
It's not perfectly smooth, if you like.
No.
So, something that I just remembered, it has almost like a petrol-y sort of vibe to it. It almost smells a bit like a sort of gas station. I don't know why, but I think it's nice. Just remind me. Did Jess choose this one for you? And did she choose it based on trying it, or did she just go, I like the look of that one?
So I wasn't there, but I get the impression from what Jess said was that she had a sort of difficult conversation where the lady didn't speak English and Jess didn't really speak amazing French. And they sort of somehow got to the idea that she's looking for something a little bit like leathery or animalic or tobacco-y, and the lady suggested this, and I think Jess probably just bought it on the suggestion.
Yeah. All right, whatever, love, I'll fucking take it.
I think at that point it was like, yeah, I'll have that, that's fine. But I'm not sure. But I thought it would say that it had that kind of, to me anyway, it had that kind of cherry tobacco sort of thing that's in Enigma Parfum Pour Homme mixed with a bit of sort of licoricey kind of thing, and I just thought that's quite nice. A little bit rougher than Enigma, obviously, but yeah, I quite liked it. I in fact, I do like it. I wear it quite a bit.
Tobacco comes
actually
through more in the dry down, but it's not terribly strong or leathery.
It's not a strong perfume at all. Yeah, which is that's I think the only for me the biggest drawback on it is that given what the notes are and the kind of what you expect of those, you think it would last all day long and be really quite pungent, but it's actually quite a soft perfume, and it doesn't last that long. But otherwise, I liked it. I thought it was good.
I'm just looking at so the only place it's on Parfumo, Arion by Le Parfumoir de Grasse Linda R. Linda R. I just think Linda R is great. But Sweet Green. It gets compared to Amouage Royal Tobacco, which is
not sure about that.
Yeah, I'm not sure about that either. Although Royal Tobacco was quite licoricey as well, I guess. So, I mean, I think it's nice and it's interesting, but I cannot escape the feeling that I smelt it before somewhere. So, okay, which leaves two more. Ben.
Am I picking the next one?
Yeah.
Or,
why not?
What we got left? We got Penhaligon's Alula or Alula.
Alula
is Alula.
Right. Alula. Okay. Going in.
Have you smelt this one?
I did smell it yesterday, and I thought it was quite pleasant. But that's much fruitier than I remember it being yesterday. It's really
like
fruity.
Big plum.
Big plum. Yeah.
Big Plum.
That's my nickname, you know. Big Plum. Fucking fuck's sake. No, it's not. I don't know why I said that. Yeah. Yeah, is that it? Plum. I was going to say strawberry. It's quite. I mean, it's quite sweet.
Yes. Yeah.
Sweet, fruity. Yeah,
like dusty. I mean, it was like quite dusty kind of.
Yeah, big dusty plum. That's my name.
Yeah, big dusty plum. Yeah, that's basically it, isn't it?
It's very peppery as well, though. There's a lot of pepper and frankincense at the top. That is.
Yes, definitely incensey.
Yeah.
Definitely incensey. Yeah, it is Alula.
There's something about it that actually reminds me a little bit of the texture of the new V that I was, not the new V, the Rob Piguet that I was wearing, because I had that on one hand and I had this on the other, and they have that sort of very strong fruity sweetness that is a very similar texture, and it's a texture that I'm not mad about, but it's. Yeah, it doesn't make me think of a Penhaligon's at all. If somebody said to me, who made this, I wouldn't have said Penhaligon's. It feels
which I think is probably the best thing it's got going for it. Do you know what I mean? And it doesn't really smell it. I think, as far as the trade routes go, I think this and Petra are by far the best things that Penhaligon have probably produced for a long, long, long time. But I really liked it. The reason I sent it to you guys, just to get that out of the way, is I've worn it a lot this year, because it's so easy going and it smells quite nice, and it has that kind of incensey dustiness, but it's not over the top. The plum's quite nice. It is a bit sweet, a bit vanillic. I just find it a really easy perfume to wear. So I've been wearing it quite a lot. I mean, that's not a lot used, but for me, that's not bad.
That's not bad. That's a dent.
2 sprays on the right wrist or whatever it is.
Exactly.
That's quite a lot of wear.
I mean, I would never pay retail for it. I bought it in the half price friends and family sale that they do. So I think it was like 110 quid or something. And I just think it's a really nice one. Like, say, dusty kind of fruity incense. I was quite taken aback because I smelled it in the shop first, and I wasn't expecting it. And I was like, that's actually really good. I just thought it was nice. But
it is nice.
It's quite chewy.
Quite what?
Yeah, it's quite textural, isn't it?
Yeah, very chewy.
It gets likened to plum japonaise, which I'm not sure. Apart from the actual plum, I'm not sure I really get that.
Yeah, I'm not sure I get that.
It's
Plum Japanese is much lighter and sort of sweeter than
Classy.
this.
It's got a sort of a bit of a nose punch to it with the sweetness of the plum with, I guess it's the frankincense or whatever, but it gives it a sort of like punchiness at the opening, which I'm not wild about, but as it settles, it's very easy going, as you say. It's quite a nice. Quite a nice perfume. It's probably not one I'd run out and buy, if I'm honest. And I'm surprised that you like it so much. But then you are a bit of a Penhaligon's fanboy, aren't you?
I was going to say, actually, this is the sort of thing that I normally would wear to my piano lesson. Do you know what I mean? When I'm going to be sitting in like close quarters with other people that might not want it. Like, it's because it's just easy. And it's like, I think that's why I've wore it so much this year. It's not so much because it's such a great perfume. It's just that it is nice, it's serviceable, and it's sort of like easy. And so I didn't really send it to you in the idea of it being like, this is the best perfume you're ever going to smell. More just like, I've worn it a lot, so be honest about the things I've worn a lot this year, and this was it. And it's like I say, I don't think it's the greatest, but I just think sometimes you just need perfumes, right, that are just serviceable, and I think Penhaligon's do a good job of that, and I think this is really good.
Did you try
that been? Sorry, go on.
Did you try the cut, the new one?
I did, but I don't remember it because I tried it in the shop. She gave it to me on a strip in the shop when it, like, about a week before it was released, and I remember it being not what I was expecting, much woodier than I was expecting, and nowhere near as barbershoppy. Because called the cart, you expect a bit of a barbershop, and it really wasn't. It was like a woody, dry thing.
It was that I thought was quite nice. But yeah, Penhaligon's as a brand, I haven't quite sort of gelled with. There are a few nice ones, but that is the main one, the big seller, Halfetti. It's nice, but I don't know, it doesn't quite wow me. It's all.
I had it for a while, and I thought initially I was like, and after a couple of wears I was like, oh, actually it's quite dull.
Well,
yeah, I when I first got it, I loved it, and I never wear it ever anymore. I never ever wear it.
It's like this probably make very little sense, but it's like an edgy. It's an edgy perfume for people who don't want anything too edgy. It's like sanitized. Yeah. It's like a 15 rated movie kind of thing. Like, it might seem edgy to some people, but it's really not. It's all rather kind of middle of the road.
But that's a bit like the Trade Routes collection in general. I feel is a bit like that, because this is obviously part of the Trade Routes. This Alula, and then there's the Petra as well, Legacy of Petra. Both of them come from the Trade Routes, and I think that whole thing is a bit like that, where it's very like Middle Eastern and like kind of spices and stuff, but for people who want to experience that from the safety of Surrey.
Exactly. It's for people who would consider going to an Indian restaurant to be the height of cultural fucking exploration. And I'm not certain I love them. I quite liked Petra, but ultimately sold it, I think, because there's too many better licorice perfumes in my view, including Oud Zarian. Which leaves us.
So that was kind of a meh for both of you for that one. So far we've got like a no and two mehs.
I've got a hard revulsion and one quite nice and one not that keen. And I'm afraid it's not going to get better than that.
I didn't expect so, actually. And I'm not sure. I'm not keen. Like I'm Fliss might possibly like this one, but I'm really not sure. So we need James here, because I think James would back me up on these. I think he would have liked The Grudge, and I think he'd like this one as well.
Okay. So yeah, that's fair. Actually, I'll have to get James on Patreon. So this was
Serge Luton.
Serge Luton, Dans le bleu que petit. Qui pété.
So like dancing on the sparkling blue.
Dancing on sparkling blue. Right. Okay.
Yeah.
Someone else go first, please. Fliss, say something good.
I think it's a good perfume in as much as I think it stands very well with Serge Lutens' other incense offerings. And I think the other thing I would say about it is there's a modernity to it that I think sometimes Serge Lutens doesn't always hit. So that's interesting to me. I find it a bit... I can see why Ben likes it. I feel it so it smells marine-y and leathery and smoky and incensey, and it's all quite on the nose to begin with, and there is something almost petrichor about it, even though there isn't a petrichor note in it, that I think comes from the marineness and the leatherness. And as with quite a lot of the Serge stuff, I think it's a kind of either you love it or you hate it. I think some of his things can be quite divisive because they're always very interesting. I think this is very interesting. It just doesn't quite hit me emotionally where I would want to wear it. And if I look at some of his other incense stuff like L'Orpheline or Fillon Aguiers, I prefer both of those in terms of that incense. And I feel that I'm not sure that the marine and the incense meld for me in a way.
It's a really weird combination, isn't it?
It's a really weird salty incense, and it's not sweet at all. And I've got salty incenses, but they are salty caramel incenses, and so they end up smelling a bit like Christmas. Whereas this to me smells like quite an industrial seaside, hot industrial concrete seaside harbour wall with some incense with a little Greek church on the end of it, which is such a weird it doesn't feel joined up.
That's the only way you can get everything in. I agree. I think the incense and the aquatic sort of aspect to it just jar with each other in a way that I don't enjoy. I mean, I believe some people will enjoy that particular jarringness. I think there's a Givenchy, I think it's Encens Marine, I think maybe it's called, which had the same sort of effect. I don't see the connection between watery notes and incense as a sort of thing. It's like it's almost like they should be mutually exclusive. How would you get smokiness in water? This makes no sense.
And knowing Serge Lutens, I'm quite sure that that's completely intentional.
I'm sure.
As well.
Oh, totally. The dry down on my skin after about an hour or so gets very much more like charcoal and marine. So then it smells almost like you're sitting on the end on a sandy beach and your bonfire is burnt down and you can smell the charcoal wood and the marine smells. So once it's calmed down, I feel like it does a better job of joining up. But that first hour on my skin, I found quite challenging. Not challenging in terms of I need to scrub this off or heaving. It wasn't a scrubber in any way, but I found it challenging to like it, which is a different thing, I think.
I did not like it. I mean, there's no point in fucking lying, is there? It's just too jarring. It was much easier to like than The Grudge, sure, because it doesn't set out to be deliberately fucking unpleasant, as far as I can tell, whereas The Grudge sort of clearly did. But it was not something that I would go, that's a really nice wearing experience. I guess maybe if I kind of caught it in the air, I'd say, that smells nice. That has a smell. That's probably the sort of thing I'd remark. It's not super offensive. I just didn't like it.
Yeah.
It says in the notes, it says A moment of serenity, a return to roots to reconnect with the essential through the new Matin Louton's collection.
Yeah, bollocks.
First your hands, then your arms, and finally the head. Close your eyes and take a deep dive. A dive into the heart of the ocean. Sea salt crystallizing on the skin in the sunshine. The sparkling blue, the smell of salt and iodine on the skin. I was like, you haven't mentioned how smoky it is.
Yeah.
And then everyone was on about how serene it is. And I'm thinking, it's not really that
It's
serene.
not, is it? It doesn't, to me, I remember reading that, right, and thinking that does not, there's none of the conflict that is in this perfume. That almost suggests it's like a holiday paradise, whereas this is not at all. It's cold. And there's conflict between the two, the incense and the marine. And the marine is, like I say, it's not particularly pleasant. It is almost like the Grudge Light. You know what I mean? It has a slight, like, incensey, watery sea saltiness of the Grudge, but just an easier version.
But the note that I do get that's in that description is the iodine. That really kind of like harsh. Because if you think of like things like Cell Marine by Healy, which is a lovely marine fragrance, all salty and lovely and whatever. This is not a pleasant marine. There is a harshness to it. Yeah.
I tell you what I love is that being Serge Lutoni is so contradictory on purpose, and it's this light blue colour, really nice light blue colour in, like, the bottle has like this kind of stone cap and stuff. It almost looks like zen with the bottle.
Oh, it's going to be lovely,
and it really isn't the smell, and I think that's perfect.
It's going to be a sporty
and I think that's completely intentional as well. It's this like sort of zen modern, like you say, quite like sporty cologne bottle, and it's not.
Weirdly, the Givenchy Incense Marine as well was a very blue, like, coloured perfume, and I mean, these days I associate blue with kind of sporty perfumes, with shower gel. And sort of, just fresh, dapper, clean sort of vibes. This is anything but that. Again, I can be respectful of the creativity and the craft that has gone into it, but it's like, what you've produced is an ugly ass fucking thing that I'm not in love with. But I know you did it. I know you did it deliberately. I know this was the product you were trying to create. So kudos on that. I just don't like your product. That's basically where I am on it.
So I bought this from that when Fliss popped up that link on All Beauty that was like really a bunch off, and it cost me like 70 quid for 100 ml, and I bought it blind based on the fact that it was an incense and marine, and thought, bugger it, let's see what it's like. And I was pleasantly surprised, but I haven't worn it a great deal. If I'd have smelt it first, I'm not sure I would have bought it, but I do like it, and I do think it's interesting, but I'm not sure it's my favourite. But I do definitely appreciate it as a weird Serge Luton. I say I like the contradictions in it. Like, I like the clashes, and I think that's quite interesting. It's like, it's not trying to make a unified smooth perfume. It's trying to make this like whiplash, like
it smells
almost
like a bit of you, to be honest. If someone said to me, you like this perfume, I'd go,
I think it dries down much more pleasant as well. Like, it turns into just more or less like an incensey sort of frankincense perfume, which is why I thought you might like this, but I thought the marine might test your patience a bit.
It did. You were right.
I would love to hear James's take on all of these, to be honest.
Maybe we should do another Patreon.
Maybe we should.
Maybe our incompetence works for marketing.
The Grudge has become tolerable, but I think tolerable is the greatest compliment I could ever pay.
I think that's a pretty great success. I expected everyone to tell me to get to fuck.
Well, I would have done, had I not been actually chained to my desk recording this podcast. Had I actually sprayed it this morning, I would have been directly to the bathroom to fucking scrub myself with wire wool, I think. But
well, I mean, Tolerable is not bad.
Tolerable, yes.
Tolerable
high
is
bar.
what Mr. Darcy first said about Elizabeth Bennet, and we all know how that turned out. So.
It's about the bar that I aim for with myself. Like, you know, if I can be tolerable to others, then happy days.
Acceptable.
So,
yeah. Bearable. Okay. So, all right. Let's run them down again then. So the Grudge was it opens up fucking horrendous, improves to the point of tolerability over the course of about an hour. The likelihood of me ever wearing that perfume is fuck all.
Zero.
Yeah. So I would rate that perfume out of 10 0. So thank you for that. Okay.
welcome, Fliss. What do you reckon?
I'm nodding along. 0.
Yep, 0.
Right. Okay.
Yeah. We should give them like the Dancing on Ice, not Dancing on Ice. What do you call it? Strictly. Give them the Strictly scores. Yeah. So 0. Right. Okay. What was next? Then we had the Linda R one, didn't we? Le Parfum de Grasse Arion. I will give that a solid 4. Fliss?
I'm going to give it a 3.
3.
That's harsh scores, man. I would give that a 7. I think that's a
7. Yeah, no
7
way,
is like
7.
You know, it's a good effort. Do you know what I mean?
I'm not with you. I am not with you. It's inoffensive. It's okay. Okay. Then we had Alula. Fliss. Score for Alula.
5.
Yeah.
Maybe a 6 if I really was pushed.
Yeah.
It's a 5.
I will go 5, maybe 5.5. Actually, I think we're pretty well of one mind on that one as well. I mean, it's on the one hand it's inoffensive, and on the other hand it's kind of inoffensive. You know?
Yeah.
It's so, and that leaves Serge Luton's Dans Le Bleu Coupetil. And basically, my French, I don't know if you know this, but my French is perfect. Dans Le Bleu Coupetil. Fliss, scores out of 10 for Don Le Bleu.
I'm going to give it a 6 because I think it is the most creatively interesting of them. And although I don't like it, I can see that it is interesting and that there's something in there that is curious and creative. Even if
is that also a bit of a pity 6 as well? Like, because so far my scores are averaging about 3.
Yes.
No, it's a 6. I think it's a 6 because it's more interesting than Alula, and I think
it is.
Yeah. And it's just more interesting than Alula. And even if I don't like it as a perfume, I have to acknowledge the fact that it is curious and whatever. Curious without being as offensive as the Grudge.
Yeah. I'm going to go 7 for exactly the same sort of set of reasons. I don't like the perfume. I wouldn't wear it myself. But it feels jarring in a deliberate and artisanal way, and what they've created is not offensive. It's just a bit jarring. The Grudge is offensive. Like you know. Yeah. You wouldn't wear that to a job interview. Let me put it like that. You would definitely
power move.
Yeah, that's a real power move. Hello, I smell like zombies. It's
smell like I pissed myself and woke up in the toilet this morning.
Yeah. Sorry, I'm late. I was busy rolling around on the Brighton beachfront public toilet bathroom floor. I'd give it a 7 for similar sort of reasons to Fliss. All in all, Ben.
Not great success, probably.
Not a home run, I would say.
No, to be honest though, that's kind of what I expected. Like for me, the Grudge I think is horrendous. Like I love it as a thing, and I love owning it. but it's horrendous.
Yeah.
Like I fully expected that.
Only you revel in owning something horrendous like that. I love this. It's like you and your Oud Infini. It's like, yeah, I know.
That's a whole different. I think Oud Infini is beautiful. Like I really think that's a wonderful perfume. This is horrendous. Like this is truly like you say, it's not a perfume. It's fucking. But as an artistic thing, I love it. I kind of expected a Lula because for me, even it is middle of the road. Ugh, like, but it works as a middle of the road perfume where you just want something easy. Sergio 10, I'm not sure about. I'd probably give it a 6 or a 7 as well. The Arion is the only one that I expected more people. I thought you might like that more, and I do like that more. I would give that like a 7 or an 8. It's a kind of rough around the edges, but quite nice.
It's sort of, it's nice. I just, it's not. It's not
groundbreaking.
It's not remarkable.
Though,
it's certainly inoffensive. And in fact, I don't know if I had to pick one of them to wear. It might well be that one actually. Maybe above the Alula. I don't know. But I probably wouldn't wear any of them.
None of them are particularly special.
No, none of them really sort of... but then these weren't your favourite perfumes of the year. These were things that you just wanted to talk about.
Things that I've worn a lot over the year. Things that I bought like recently, really.
I was surprised you didn't send me Hello, the Lionel Richie one.
Oh, fuck, I should have, shouldn't I? That's probably you'd like that.
You like Lionel Richie? I don't know whether that's an insult or not.
No, because it smells like it's a very like kind of vintagey smelling, like kind of like 90s masculine like kind of vibe to it, like that kind of early 90s kind of slight 80s hangover masculine. I should have.
So just you may have started a small trend unwittingly, Ben. Just for your information, but the Atelier des Ors Crépuscule des Armes. I bought that on, I don't know, eBay or Notino or something for about 80 quid. And they had more of them on Notino. And so when I posted about them, loads of people were like, oh no, I've bought that on Notino. That's a great deal. And several people have said, cool. Oh, it's fucking brilliant. Well done, Dan. Another great recommendation. I was like, yeah, but that was Ben. And that was Ben. So, and I would send that as one of my favourites of the year, actually, but you already know what it smells like, so I have to find something else. Okay, look, let's wrap it up because it's late, I'm tired, and
there's a meteor shower. We have to go and check out the meteor shower.
I don't know about meteor shower. It sounds like it's fucking raining outside. Hopefully it's not raining actual meteor fragments. That would be a worry.
I'm off to go and check it out.
Yeah, okay, good. Well, enjoy that. I will... what will I do? I will send out samples for next week's Pain Fest, where I'm sure my samples will get the same sort of level of disdain as Ben's did. But thanks for sending them over. And we'll be back probably in another week because we're charging through these episodes as fast as we can. Yay! To get through them before Christmas with another episode of Les Oderants. We'll speak to you then, I guess. Bye!
Bye!